that little Einstein song in my head. I need a life. Hey guys, it's Michelle. So I just wanted to make a new video this week. I was going to make a video on something else, but this topic is so dear to my heart that it needs to be on this. It needs to be on this. Story time affecting me and needs to stop. It needs to stop. And I thought, if I share my story, if this video helps at least one person, then my life will be fulfilled. Basically, I am a freshie target. I'm a target. I'm a victim, and I'm fed up of being a victim. I need to share my story so that other victims like me, we can collaborate and stop being victims together. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. So about, I'll say 2 weeks ago, basically I go to church, and my church is quite, it's not too far from my house. Like, I can walk there, but it's long to walk there, if you get what I mean. It's not impossible, but it's long to walk there. There's this guy that goes to this church that offered to pick me up. Well, he didn't offer, like, one of the elders in church kind of said, oh yeah, you pick up the people that are in this area, you pick up the people that are in this area. Like, the people that are designated to pick up other people, you know, because we're a community, we're a family, we're a church, blah blah blah. So this guy, one day, the first time I ever went to this church, he dropped me and my roommate and my friends home. Cool. This guy is like 10 years older than me. Okay, so automatically in my mind, okay, cool, he's my uncle. He's literally like my uncle. He dropped me off and he was like, oh, do you want me to take your number so that next time we're going to church I can pick you up on the way, blah blah blah. I think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, cool, here you go, fine. Then I don't know what I was thinking. I should have used my noggin. Because I should have known, man. I should have known. It's my own fault. Oh yeah, he started, he actually never dropped me to church because circumstances happened. I like went home, or I didn't go to church, or I wasn't feeling well, or blah blah blah, but he just never dropped me to church. But I asked him, oh, when I need you to drop me to church, can you come get me? He was like, sure, that's fine, that's cool. Then like 2 weeks ago, he calls me and he says, oh, are you going to church today? And I'm like, yes, can you please pick me up? And he's like, fine, cool. He comes to my house, he picks me up, we go to church, like everything is fine, is normal, and on the way to church he picks up some other people as well. And I'm like saying hi to them. I've been there a couple times, but I'm still slightly new and I don't really know anyone that well, so I'm kind of shy. Like, I don't really talk in the car the whole time, and he's trying to get conversation out of me, this that, and I'm just like So we get to church, we do church is over now, and I'm like, oh, I can take the church van back home if you like, you don't have to drop me back at home, it's fine. And he's like, no, I'll drop you home, I brought you here, it's fine, I just want to talk to a few people. Cool, fine. I wait for him, then we get back in the car. Basically, let's say I live here and this is the church. So I live here, this is the church, and then this is the other people's house. Please tell me why Mr. Man went to go and drop the other people first and then do a U-turn back to my house. I was thinking, this is odd, this is weird, but he's the driver, I can't complain, and in front of the other people be like, can you drop me first? Or whatever. When he went past like where I live, I was kind of like, oh, my house is over there. He was like, yeah, I know where you live, did you think I forgot? And I was like, oh no, I was just wondering. Oh, never mind. I keep my mouth quiet. So he drops the other people, he starts talking, and I'm like, oh god, why me? I'm just awkward. I don't know how to deal with awkward situations, and I don't like to be mean to people. I don't like it. I don't like to be blunt, I don't like to be rude, because to me, like, if a guy likes you, my perspective is that you shouldn't be rude to them because they have the guts to tell you that they like you. They're putting themselves out there kind of thing. So I don't like to be rude and shut them down. But at the same time, if I'm not interested, I am not interested. Comprende? So he drops me home and he parks the car. Number one, uncle, why are you parking the car? The way my street is set up is that there's 2 rows of houses here, like here, and there's loads of cars down the 2 sides of the road. So if you're going down, you literally just, if you're dropping someone off, you literally just need to stop in the middle of the road. I can quickly get out, bounce, and you can bounce. But no, uncle goes and finds a parking space and he parks his car, and I'm just sitting there like, God, if you love me, please. And then he goes, oh, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, yes, what is it? And he's like, I really like you. Oh, I forgot to mention, he's a freshie. He's a freshie. If you don't understand what freshie means, it basically means someone that is fresh from their country. Like, whether you're Asian, whether you're white, whether you're black, African, blah, 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 blah. It means you're fresh from a country, one country to another country. And you probably still have accent, you probably still have the traditions and the norms, and you haven't adapted to the new area that you're in. So he still obviously slightly has his accent in it. And he's like, oh, I like you. I think you're very sweet, you're very mature for your age. You're not like those other girls. You know what you're doing, your head is on straight, you've been through a lot of things, and I think that makes you mature enough to be with me and all this stuff. And I'm like, eh. Nigga, what did you say? Be with who? Be with who? Like, and he's like, oh, can you invite me inside? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, why not? And I was like, because I don't invite boys into my house. I like to stay in my house by myself, on my own. No boys, boy-free zone. And then he's like, oh, that's what I like about you. You see? It's another thing that I like about you. And then he goes off listing things that he likes about me and stuff. There's no way that I'm going to be softening the softening the blow for guys anymore, because it doesn't get me anywhere. It really doesn't get me anywhere. Boys like it when you're straight up with them, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I was just thinking of this and I was like, okay, let me just be straight up with this guy. And I was like, listen, I don't like you. I'll never like you. Like, I'm not attracted to you. And he was like, but you know it will happen naturally. You know, when you like somebody, it doesn't happen straight away, it will happen naturally. And I was like, okay, well, if it happens naturally, if that is God's plan for my life, then so be it. But for now, I'm not attracted to you. I'm sorry. He goes, oh, but how can you not like me if you don't spend time with me? Wait, you're telling me that to like someone, it takes it happen naturally, forcing me to spend time with you so something will happen naturally? That's an oxymoron, dude. It doesn't work. Like, does that make sense to anyone else? Like, or was it just me? And I was like, no, I don't want to spend time with you, I don't like you like that. And then he was talking, and in the middle I was just like, you know you're 10 years older than me, right? And he was like, what wait, I thought you said you were 20. And I was like, no, I'm 19 years old. And then he sits down and he's like, oh, okay, well, but you said you are 20 now. I'm like, no, I'm 19 years old. You are 10 years older than me. And obviously he spits the cliche line, but age is just a number now. And I was like, yeah, it's a big number, 10, 1 0. He's like, oh, but you know, we can get to know each other. So I was like, listen, it was nice speaking to you. Thank you for dropping me at church. Bye, see you next week. And I got out of the car. That's traumatic experience number 1. Then this week he does the same thing again. He picks up the people, we go to church, and we come back from church and he drops them first again. And this time I have a bit more confidence, you know, from what happened last week. So I just say to him, I'm like, why do you drop them first and not me? Uncle proceeds to pretend he didn't hear me. He just sat there. And I was like, well, he's like, oh, well, that's a very good question. And I was like, yeah, it is a good question. What's your answer? And then he goes, you know you're a special girl. And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, special people get special treatment. That's not special treatment. You're just making my journey longer. I could be at home watching Empire, but you're disturbing me. And he goes, ha 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 ha, and just carries on driving. Then we come to my road again, and I'm preparing myself. If he is smart, he will drive up in my road, drop me, and carry on going. But no, as you may all know or may not know, Freshies are too brave. They have too much confidence. He begins to park his car again. And this time I'm just tired, I'm fed up, I'm not really feeling that well. He's already invited himself over to my house and I said no again. He invited me out for drinks, I said no again. Then he parks his car and he goes, you know what I want to do now? I want to give my life to Christ. What? Am I your pastor? Am I your pastor? I just don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Give your life to Christ in the car with a teenage girl next to you. Yeah, because that's the way you're meant to do it. And then I was like, okay, good luck with that, because I'm actually scared at this point, like, what the fuck. So I was like, good luck with that. I opened the door and he goes, wait, don't you want to give your life to Christ too? And I was like, no, I'm born again, I'm good, like it's fine, I'm cool. And then he goes, yeah, but you know, I really need to give up drinking, cut some friends off, take my Christian life seriously, stop going out. And I'm like, well, you should give up drinking, do what you like, but God never said you should like cut off your friends and not go out. That doesn't make sense. And he's like, but you know, friends, they will convince you to do bad things, they will, you know, make you go out, all this stuff. And I was like, no, boo, that's down to you. If you don't want to go out, it's not by force, G. No one's forcing you, you can say no. And then he's like, oh, well, you know, I just want to take it more seriously, blah blah blah. And I was sitting in the car like, I don't know what he wants me to do. You want me to douse you in holy water, or like what? Like, what do you want me to do? And then he carries on rambling on, and I was like, listen, thank you so much for the ride. I hope everything goes well with you giving your life to Christ in the car and everything, but I gotta go. And he's like, oh, are you busy? Do you have something to do? And I was like, no. Bye. I open that door, I get out and I run to my door. I just run to my door. Never again. Never again. I proceed out of the car, he's just watching me like stunned. He's like watching me walk to my door, and I just open the door, I'm like, bye. Slam the door. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I try and be harsh, doesn't work. I try and be nice, doesn't work. Like, do I have Freshie Target written on my forehead? Like, am I a mug? I just wanted to rant a little bit because I know some other girls are going through this too, and it's just happening way too often lately. Like right now I feel like I'm just targeted, like they're all following me. I just wanted to share my story a little bit, and if you relate to me, like, comment down below, please. Just let me know what to do. Help me. Let me know that I am not alone, please. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with a video. Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, drifting through the sky, little Einstein. Hey. Oh my gosh, yeah guys, this demon dress. Are you seeing white or gold all black and blue. I thought I was possessed. I thought my body was possessed. That's some freaky ass shit, bro.